Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to our Deadpool spoiler discussion. I have Loophole here with me.
Sup?
Sup, baby? How you doing?
What's up?
You
I'm
doing
doing
good?
good, man.
Yeah, you doing good? All right, that's good. And Deadpool just came out. I guess a few hours ago, technically, in America. I think in Europe it came out a little earlier, which they can
Yeah.
all suck my dick.
Yep.
Um, if you're European, eat my shit. So we're starting it off right, insulting the Europeans. Um,
Yep.
Actually, I think it came out in a lot of places early.
Really?
I think so. I think like a few markets it came out early. So for everybody that got it early, you eat my shit.
Screw you.
Blow me. You suck. But anyway, Deadpool finally got his own movie. He had his own video game before. He's been in a movie before. They fucked it up with X-Men Origins Wolverine. And he's been
Oof.
in various other things, including his own comic, obviously, and various other comics like X-Men. I think he was he in Avengers before? I don't know. I'm not sure, but I know X-Men. He's a big thing there. But Deadpool finally got his own movie. It's here. It's been it was announced like a few years ago, and then it got canceled. Then it got brought back again. There's budgetary concerns, but it's here finally. Did you like it?
Did I like it?
Did you like it? I want to know.
Gore the movie god. You could say I loved this film.
Did you love this movie?
It was very, very good, and it was an incredible adaptation of something that I thought would be pretty hard to do on film.
Well, I've seen a lot of shitty movies so far this year. A
I've
lot.
seen none.
Way more than any human should watch. I've seen movies I didn't even need to watch. I knew they were going to be like some of the worst out there. But I did. So when a good movie comes out, it feels even better. Because I'm just like, oh, I had Norm in the North. I had Dirty Grandpa. I had 50 Shades of fucking Black. I had Ride
The
Along 2.
Forest,
I had The Forest. I had The Boy. I had, what
Pride
else?
and Prejudice, and
Well,
Zombies.
I actually like that. But,
Oh,
well, come on. It bombed big time. Leave it alone.
Daddy's Home.
That was last year, but I didn't see that.
The Fifth Wave.
Didn't see that.
Oh.
Didn't see it. I
I
have to
get the
keep my
point. Lots of
sanity.
bad movies.
Yeah, there was a lot of bad movies. I named like fucking 6 or 7, and we've been what in this year for a month and a half so far. So, like me watching 6 or 7 really bad movies, even though I would say The Boy wasn't that terrible, but still, like when a good movie comes out, I'm just like, good. Oh, I love it. I love it inside me. So, my eyes. So I couldn't wait for this just because I knew it was going to be at least tolerable. And I loved it too. I thought it was great. I thought it was fantastic. And
Awesome.
I can't think of anything I didn't like.
Yeah.
I
I
can't,
can't. There's something I guess we can go into later on, but I think we should just talk about why this movie is so fucking awesome.
yeah, and like I said, this is a spoiler discussion. But before we actually get into spoilers, I wanted to do a review for it pretty much. And we already did, I guess. We said what we liked about it. But, and we don't need to do like a in-depth review or anything. It's just
No.
I want before because I know a lot of people haven't seen it yet because Thursdays aren't like for Star Wars it was different. Like big fans of Star Wars got to see it Thursday or even Friday and then they go watch the video obviously. But
Uh-huh.
Deadpool it's gonna be a little different. So all right, so we both loved it. I thought it was great. I thought they nailed it, especially when it came to the budget. They nailed it with all the action, the special effects.
It
The
was
way
great.
it was structured was really, I wouldn't say unique, but it was very well done. It's unique for a
Yeah.
superhero origin story, the way they structured it, where it starts off with Deadpool, and then it cuts in
To
between some of
Wade.
the action to before he became Deadpool, when he
Yep.
was Wade. And I thought that was really, really well done.
Yeah. I totally agree with that. I think that its structure was unique, and I feel like it didn't really follow a three-act structure. I feel like it was very concise and it was easy to follow. It
Yeah.
was it was very easy to follow, and I felt like it was just it was the right uh, storyline for Deadpool. Very simple, very goofy, but like very easy to watch. I guess it's.
Sorry, I was having flashbacks of the movie. This is a movie when you come out, you'll be thinking of like certain scenes, and just laugh to yourself, because man, I saw this about at this point of recording. Like, I got out of the theater maybe 4 hours ago, and I'm still thinking about certain scenes, which we'll get into. But yeah, no, I mean they nailed it. Like they really did. Like, I can't think of one thing. Like I can think of things I didn't love and I just maybe liked, but I can't think of anything that I would even say was okay. I would say everything was either extremely well done, fantastic, or just downright fun. It was very easy to follow, like you said. Even though they messed with the structure, it's not just like in the beginning it's Wade and then he becomes Deadpool, like I said, which is unique for the style of story. But yeah, no, they fucking knocked it out of the park, man. For a movie that costs how much, like $58 million, which is really small compared to like even Ant-Man. Like I would say Ant-Man was probably even a lesser character compared to Deadpool. Like people knew who Deadpool was. I think a lot of people didn't know who Ant-Man was.
Ant-Man, $130 million.
Yeah, and so it had more than double the budget that Deadpool had, and which is very surprising. But that's Marvel, actual Marvel, that owned that character. So I could see that making sense. Also, they could connect it with Avengers and stuff. So people would want to see it just to see if like who's going to be in it besides Ant-Man. And also they had, I would say, bigger stars. Like this one has Ryan Reynolds, but that's about it. That's huge at least. But yeah, no, this movie had a $58 million budget. There's a character in this movie that's completely CG throughout the entire movie. Colossus.
He looked great.
And he looked great, especially with close-ups. Like close-ups, there's a scene where he's in a taxi cab, and they have like a big close-up of him while he's like, I think, what is he, like eating something?
He's drinking like a Coke or whatever.
Yeah, that's right. And I was just like, damn, he looks really good. He looks better than he did in the other X-Men movies, which I don't think you watch, right?
I don't know.
No. He looked better. He was in, pretty sure, the last X-Men movie, or X-Men movie. And he looked way better than he did in those movies. And those movies cost like $200 million to make or something like that.
Yeah. He looks great. I thought he blended in like seamlessly. There was no like. I know it was CG just cause like I would have known if it was practical, but still like it was pulled off pretty much flawlessly for me. I thought it would look great. I was surprised by that.
Yeah, no, I was very surprised that they didn't like just paint a dude with a like silver paint.
Yeah.
And say, yeah, here goes Colossus, because they could have easily did that. I'm pretty sure they did that in like one of the earlier X-Men movies. But they didn't with this. He's all CG. I think he's probably mocapped, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
And the guy who voices him did a great job. He's a great character in this, actually.
I think it's a good comic foil to Deadpool, and same with the girl. I think she was really good.
Yeah, exactly. The Negasonic Teenage Warhead, which Deadpool
That
says,
is a great name.
Yeah, it's a great name. But yeah, no, she's great. Colossus is great. Colossus was, I guess, kind of a Cable in this film in a way. Even though they mentioned maybe Cable will be in the next one, but he was pretty much a Cable for this because Cable has the same what's the word I'm looking for? Repertoire? Is that the word?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
The same kind of persona.
Yeah, he has the same like. Yeah, he has pretty much the same.
Serious.
Persona. Yeah, he's very overly serious. Always wants Deadpool to do the right thing, but he never does. In this one, he wants him to join X-Men. Cable, he just wants him to do good and use his powers for right. At least from what I've seen from Cable in the video game and various other things. But yeah, no, in this he's pretty much Cable, and I don't know, he works very well. Besides that, I mean, Deadpool the character is great. I've already said that. You know what? Fuck it. Let's get into unless you have something else to say before we get into straight up spoilers.
No, don't think so.
No. All right, let's just do spoilers because I don't want to fucking talk about some shit. All right. Where do you want to start off? Let's go crazy.
Oh boy, just random scenes because.
Okay.
That we liked.
Okay. What's your favorite scene in the movie?
Oh, dude, my favorite scene. Oh man. I really like the first time Deadpool and Colossus like meet and talk to each other.
I was actually gonna. Are you talking about when?
He gets handcuffed.
Yeah. Okay, that's my favorite scene too. Because that's when Deadpool has someone that like he just doesn't straight up kill like
Yeah.
a half second after he made a joke about him. He
Uh-huh.
has to cut off his own arm
Yeah.
to get out of there. And that's very Deadpool. Just like in the Deadpool
Yeah.
video game, there's a scene where Cable keeps talking, he just shoots himself
And
in
he
the
shoots
head.
himself. Yeah, I love that part. Yeah.
I was just like, I was getting flashbacks of that. I'm just like, yeah, that's probably what Deadpool would do. He'd cut off his own fucking hand just so he can
Yeah.
get away from Colossus.
He's he said something like, "Have you seen 127 hours?"
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Spoilers. He cuts off his own hand. That's
That was
great.
great.
Besides that, I would say, you know what? Probably besides that, obviously, my favorite scene would be, so many to pick from. But you know what? I would
No,
say, what'd you say?
I said I know that there's a lot of scenes. They're
Yeah,
great.
but I really like the whole romantic flashback when
Yeah.
he meets what's her name, Vanessa,
Vanessa.
Marina Baccarin. I think that's her the
Sure.
actress's name. And I just really like the whole interaction between them, and all the jokes, all the doity jokes. But my favorite scene is that girl gets naked, hot.
Yeah.
Fuck. You know what? The first time I ever seen that girl was you ever heard of this TV show called V? I think it's called.
No.
No? All right. She played an alien in that show, and she had like short hair. Hot. I never saw the show, but hot as fuck. And she was also in Firefly. She was in Firefly. But I was like, oh man, I want to see her naked. I don't know if it was actually her naked, but hey, I'll take whatever I can get. Thank you, Deadpool. That's probably my favorite part of the movie. Everything
Yeah.
else was fine. Whatever. I just
Everything else just
I
yeah,
don't give a fuck.
take it or leave it.
Yeah, that's the reason why I
But
like the movie.
yeah, that romantic scene when
Yeah.
they're like, "Oh, happy Thanksgiving,"
Oh yeah.
like fucking stuffing food in his mouth.
Yeah, he has the teeth on when he's performing cunnilingus.
Cunnilingus.
Cunnilingus? That's fucked up.
Yep.
It's like it's a vampire teeth. Besides that, probably my favorite scene would be the opening credits. The opening credits.
Oh yeah, dude, that was fucking great. I did not expect that.
The opening credits just starts off with starring some beautiful idiot and directed by some asshat and
Some douchebag's film.
some douchebag's film. It starts out, yeah, and it's like the writers, the true heroes of this movie and stuff like that. Which
A CGI character.
CGI character, a whiny teen, and what was it? The British villain. This is like great. It was just telling you exactly.
Perfect way to start up.
Huh? Yeah, perfect way. It was like a diorama of the action scene on the highway that we keep seeing in trailers. Which probably my only negative would be that the trailers showed us pretty much every single action scene in the movie. I would say just the action. Pretty much, like we knew there was going to be a part where there was a highway, obviously, and that's a big action set piece because they keep like flashing back to that or flashing forward, I guess, to that. And that's like one huge set piece, and then I guess what was it? The helicarrier. I think that's a helicarrier.
Yeah, well, they showed off the locations, but there's more action scenes.
Oh yeah, no, there's more action than in the trailers and the clips and whatever. But there was no big surprises. I wasn't like, oh, where are they gonna go next? Because I'm just like, yeah, I know where they're gonna go next. There's gonna be a helicarrier or whatever, or there's gonna be a part where they're at a shipping yard or something like that. And I'm like, yeah, okay, they're there. This is the part where he cuts that dude's head off. I can't talk, and kicks into the crowd, which was badass. But yeah, no, I mean that's probably my only problem. But besides that, the action was extremely well done. Very badass.
Very bloody.
Very bloody. Very bloody. And I was just like, you know what? I don't think I would. There's a time where I thought that last Punisher movie,
Yeah.
called Punisher Warzone, was easily going to be the most violent Marvel film I would have ever seen. This movie, even though that one's ridiculous, no one saw it. No one cared. No one saw it because no one cares about Punisher, and it was rated R. And it sucked. But I liked it. But
Wow.
bad. It was not a good movie. But I liked it. I don't care. But it was a bad movie. Besides that, I thought it was going to be violent, but not as violent as Punisher. But no, it's it's
Pretty
probably
close?
just as yeah, it's pretty close. If you haven't seen the last Punisher,
Nope.
no, it's very violent. But this one does it in a way that it's more like when people are getting their limbs cut off, it's more like oh shit, and people are getting like not even just limbs cut off. Like there's a part like we said where he cuts off his own hand, and that's like slow. He's just like slowly cutting off his own hand, and his blood squirting everywhere. Blood squirts on Colossus's face. Negasonic Teenage Warheads, I don't know, freaking being a girl, throwing up or something, I don't know. And it's all violent and gross and awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I'm glad there's kids in this theater.
Yeah, I know. There were a lot of kids in my theater, which was surprising. And they had the parents with them, obviously. They
Good.
stuck through the whole movie, so good for them, I guess.
I'm glad, yeah, good for them. Fucking grow up. Time to grow up, babies. It's not all SpongeBob and rainbows. It's fucking Deadpool. Not only does he fuck, he fucks shit up, and it's awesome.
Yep.
I don't think this should have had a rating, because I think
Should have been
anybody.
MC-17.
No, because that means the kids wouldn't be able to show up.
Oh, you're right.
Because
Should be
even when
unrated.
an adult, you can't. I know, I've tried, but when I was a kid. But yeah, no, NC-17 would have screwed this. Actually, I think NC-17 would have made this a, I wouldn't say a bomb, but probably.
Oh, dude, it would have tanked.
Yeah, it would tank. No one would be in. The
Oh,
theater.
really? I don't think they would. But I don't think Fox would let that happen because they're already like, fine, we'll give you an R, but.
Yeah, but I don't think many movies nowadays get NC-17. Like, I think the last one was that Ryan Gosling one.
Showgirls.
No, the last one was that Ryan Gosling movie where he fucks the girl. I don't remember who's in it. Blue Valentine, I think it was called. That was like the last one, I think. But and that was like limited shit. That wasn't like it didn't cost $1 million to make a movie about them fucking. Even though I do for free. So, anyway, Deadpool had a lot of great action. Great set pieces, even though some of them were a little obvious. You knew where they were. If you saw the trailers, you knew they were coming. Great jokes, great scenes. Any other scenes that were?
I liked at the end. I just liked the last final action scene, but I liked the running gag of the "What's my name" and shit, and then he fucking spells out his name with the bodies.
Yeah.
They're fucking great.
The "What's my name" gag is pretty good because Ed Skrein, I think his name is. That's the actor that plays Francis Freeman. That's what it said on his collar. And he also, what's his name? The villain Ajax, who sounds like a shampoo
dishwasher.
dishwasher detergent.
Yep.
Which I'm pretty sure isn't that really a?
It is.
That's great. I'm glad they kept that guy's name in there just so they can make that joke. Because that's the only reason why they called him that.
Yeah.
So Deadpool can make fun of his name.
Yep.
But yeah. Anyway, Francis, I thought he was really good in this. He played a generic villain, but I like the way that he was a generic villain that was perfect for Deadpool. Because Deadpool is obviously not a generic superhero. And having a generic super villain like that would be perfect to play off of Deadpool's personality.
Because he acts differently than if he was with a generic superhero.
Oh yeah, definitely. If it was just like Thor or whatever, then it'd be boring. It'd be like, oh my god, just fucking throw his hammer and whoop his ass or whatever. Or I don't give a shit. But Deadpool's just like, hey, Francis, and then he kills all of his goons and spells his name out with the bodies. And there's the scene where he like pins him against the bridge with his sword, and Ajax doesn't feel pain, so he he just pins him against the bridge and stuff, and he's like talking shit to him when he's right there near with Colossus. I don't know. I found him being the stern villain was good. I'm glad it wasn't just like a wacky superhero and a wacky villain going out against each other or whatever. I like everybody else was serious. Besides Weasel, I guess, who was T.J. Miller, his friend.
Yeah,
Even his girlfriend was pretty
a little
silly.
kooky.
Yeah,
They fit
they all
together.
have
That's why.
kookiness to them.
Yeah, those three had a kookiness, and I really, really, really love the scene also with fucking Colossus when he Deadpool tries fighting him.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He breaks all of his fucking arms
Yeah,
and legs. I love
that's
that. And
great.
Negasonic Teenage Warhead's just laughing. I love that. That was great. What did he say? You ever heard about the
One man
one-legged
fight or something like
yeah,
that. Yeah, that's
one-leg
great.
fighter that took home the gold or something like that?
The delivery in this movie is fucking great.
Yes, Ryan Reynolds. Delivery for everybody was great, but Ryan Reynolds nailed every single one of the jokes. I wouldn't even be surprised if some of these were improvised because some of them are just so insane that I don't even know how they wrote it down and didn't automatically assume that, all right, this is too fucking weird. Like, there's a scene in the beginning of the film where I guess he smells or something like that, where he's with the taxi cab driver.
Oh yeah,
And he says, I don't know, I smell like two bums fucking a shoe full of piss. I'm like, what?
yeah.
That gave me a flashback of, and this is not a good comparison, but of Dirty Grandpa. But Dirty Grandpa has lines like that where it's just like random shit. Like there's a line in Dirty Grandpa where Robert De Niro says like, I'd rather eat shit from Queen Latifah that she's shitting out of a hot air balloon or something like that. I don't remember. It was a shitty line, but like just random shit like that didn't work in Dirty Grandpa worked in this because it seemed like they gave a shit. There was good delivery, and it fit with the character, or it not even just the character. It fit with the actor too. Like I don't know, it just fit well, and also it wasn't like a big joke. It was just like a pass away thing, and then the next joke hit. You know, another joke came out and it just hit perfectly. I don't know. It was very well done. Also, I love that taxi cab driver.
He had a good payoff.
Yeah, very good payoff.
He's just like okay, a joke at first, but he turned out to fucking be one of the best jokes.
He's a psychopath too.
Yeah.
Like Colossus in the back seat, and Deadpool's like why? Because Deadpool told him like to kidnap the guy that is trying to take the girl he really likes, the taxi cab driver, and Deadpool's just like, no, I didn't say that. And he's like, good job, I'm really proud of you. And he's like, no, don't do anything to that guy. He's like, you better fucking kill him. It's great.
Yep.
But yeah, no, there's a lot of really good scenes that just like pay off. A lot of really good running gags. There's the whole gag with we mentioned this before, but the whole gag with did we mention this? I don't know. I'm tired.
What?
Did we mention the whole thing about Colossus being extremely polite?
Not specifically, no.
No. Okay. There's a whole.
It was great.
There's a whole thing with Colossus being polite, and not just polite, but just being nice.
Yeah.
And he's just this tough looking silver dude. You just don't expect it because he's big. His name is fucking Colossus. And there's a scene where what's her name? Angel Dust. What's her name?
Angel Dust, yeah.
Angel Dust. Okay, Angel Dust.
Yeah.
They're fighting.
That scene was great.
And they don't show it, which is weird because I want to.
Yeah.
I want to see it, but her titty comes out, and you don't see it though. And Klaus is like, oh no, he's fighting her. He's like, oh, I don't want to see. I'm polite, man. And then
you're very beautiful.
You're very beautiful. And she's like, oh, you're so nice, but then he kicks him right in his nuts. Which didn't work with Deadpool, but works for her because she's powerful. Which I'm gonna suck for Deadpool, man. He sucks when it comes to fighting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh well. Oh well. But anyway, yeah, that's a running gag. I thought that was really good, where he's like really polite, and then the part where he's always like being polite, but it never works out. Like at the end when he's doing the speech to him why he shouldn't kill Ed Skrein, and he's like, you must find there's 5 or 6 moments in a superhero's career where they realize that they are truly a superhero or whatever, and he's saying all this shit, and Deadpool looks like he's like, yeah, you're right, and then he just fucking shoots it and Skrein in his head. I was just like, perfect.
Yep.
Which I knew that was gonna happen, but still.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was still well done.
It would have been funny if you said like oops or something like that.
Oh shit.
Oops. Yep.
He's just like, you're taking fucking too long. And I love the interactions between Deadpool and pretty much every single character in this movie. If it's not Weasel, it's Blind Owl, who is the black blind roommate that he found on Craigslist.
What's cocaine?
Yeah, that does cocaine. The whole scene at the end where the last thing he says to her is like, "All right, I'm leaving Blind Out. I love you. Somewhere in this apartment is a kilo of cocaine and the cure for blindness."
For blindness.
And then he leaves. I was like, perfect, genius. There's just so many good fucking moments in this movie. I can't think of all of them. There's too many. Like when we talked about Star Wars, it was easy because it wasn't like throwing 500 things at you at once. This is a movie that's perfect for like watching over again.
Oh, absolutely. I'm seeing this movie again this weekend.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm seeing it. I'll probably see it a couple more times. But yeah, it's a movie that you need to watch again because you're gonna miss one or two jokes at least, or maybe even some sight gags, or just even if you don't miss anything, you should see it again anyway because I'm sure it's gonna do great, but you should support it anyway. This is gonna be a big success for Fox, even if it only does like, I don't know, 30, 40 million this weekend. Again,
Dude, it is not, dude. It's getting like fucking 70.
I know, that's the projections. But even if it doesn't come up like that, because remember when, I know this is a bad comparison because it's a shitty movie, but it's a Fox superhero film. When Fantastic Four came out, they were like the projections were 40 to 50 million. That's all the projections. The lowest was like maybe high 30s, and then it came out as like a $24 million weekend.
Okay, everybody knew that movie was gonna be terrible.
I didn't know it was gonna be terrible. I thought it was gonna be like at best decent, but not amazing. Like kind of forgettable. I didn't think it was going to be like The Loft bad or Mordecai bad.
A movie that bad only happens once in a lifetime, and the word gets out, and it never got a ton of promotion. It never really looked that great. I don't know.
Well, you know what the thing is that it did look okay. Except all the okay stuff in the trailer wasn't in the fucking movie. That's one thing I'll give this movie credit. The stuff in the trailer is in the movie. Pretty much all of it. Part where he shoots the guy's grenade out of his hand, that's in it. There's a part where he throws a knife at Ajax's motorcycle wheel to make him fall off the motorcycle. That happens. Colossus getting his ass whooped by Angel. That happens. Everything in the trailers happens. So I don't know why in Fantastic Four everything that was at least kind of cool in those trailers didn't happen in the fucking movie.
Yeah.
The thing flying out of the jet or whatever never fucking happened. I don't even know why he would do that anyway. Like in the movie, there was no indication of why he would even jump out of a jet. But, I don't know. That movie was just such a goddamn mess. This one is not. And this one does everything extremely well, is true to the main character. Very true. Unlike Fantastic Four, where everybody was either whiny or just generic as fuck.
Horrible.
Yeah, there you go. That's the word. That's the word. Horrible. This one, just like Deadpool is Deadpool. Ryan Reynolds does an amazing job. He's been wanting to play this character ever since, I don't know. I'm not him.
Ever?
He's wanted to play him for a very long time, and finally he gets a chance to, and he nails it. He doesn't screw it up. There's plenty of times in this movie where he's not the most, what's the word I'm looking for? He's not a cool action star, I would say, like where everybody looks all fucking badass and stuff. There's scenes where he's just naked. There's jokes thrown at his expense. He makes jokes about like himself. He gets shot in the ass at one point. Like, he's not like, what's the word I'm fucking looking for? He's not Thor. There you go. There's never going to be a part in Avengers where Thor gets shot in his ass, as to say. Which is a shame, because that would be hilarious. Imagine this whole movie with Thor. Like, as the main
it would
character.
not work.
That might work, I don't know. Or this whole movie with Captain America as the lead.
Yep.
That would be, strange, but yeah, Deadpool is a one-of-a-kind character, and they nailed it.
Yep.
Anything else?
I'm glad they did.
Anything else? Any other scenes that?
No. I liked. The only slight problem I had was that I thought at first like, oh, I want to see more Deadpool in like the suit or whatever, because they cut back a lot to Wade Wilson, which was fine. But the scene where he's in like the mutant place, I think the oxygen stuff maybe went on just like a minute too long.
Yeah, yeah. I'd probably agree there.
It's not a big deal, obviously.
Also, I think even though this is a generic thing for superhero films or origin stories, at least, the creation of his suit. Not that it was it was like quickly explained. I actually at first liked the way they did it because it was supposed to be obviously a parody of how like Spider-Man gets his suit, where he makes his own suit and stuff. In this one, it's just like he makes his own suit, and then one scene he has like a crappy one, and then the next one he just has a really good one. I would have liked to see like maybe not just that. I would like to see like early stages of Deadpool. You know, like of him being I don't know, Deadpool. There's a whole shot where he's like fighting in a hallway.
Oh yeah.
Which I would like to see more stuff like that, where he's just like doing. I guess he's fighting crime, except he's not really doing that. He's just trying to find out where Ajax is. But I don't know. I would like to see more of that, particularly.
Yeah.
But besides that,
I have a complaint.
Oh, he has a complaint, everybody.
All right. This movie
sucks.
This character is represented so well in this movie alone.
Yeah.
That it sucks that he can't interact with the other Marvel characters.
Yeah. But think about it. Like, even if he does, you know Marvel's not going to have it where Iron Man...
Swire and shit.
Wait, say again?
Well, I thought, like... I understand that they're not going to make him, like, swear because they want to make those movies PG-13.
Yeah. But not even that. I meant, like, if they show up in his movie, then...
Oh, yeah.
They could easily make it so that he just swears. The only thing I'm a little disappointed about is that, like, I was really halfway expecting, like, a Wolverine cameo, which I guess you kind of got, in a way, but, not exactly. You kind of did, but not really. I was just expecting maybe just, like, a very, very fast cameo, like, maybe when he knocks at the door of the Xavier school that one time, like, halfway through the film, like, Wolverine would have been there, and he just closed the door or something. Like, that would have been great. And then that's the only time you ever see Wolverine. That's probably the only problem I have with, like, characters.
Anything.
I guess? No,
something that's not even there.
Something that wasn't promised at all. something that probably would have cost him another $10 million. But
he makes a joke about Wolverine.
Oh yeah, he makes a lot of jokes about Wolverine. He makes fun of him of Hugh Jackman being Australian. There's a few times where you just see Hugh Jackman, sexiest man alive. Which is funny because the first time you see Ryan Reynolds in the movie is on a magazine cover and it says "Sexiest Man Alive," and then you see Hugh Jackman on the same cover. I'm like, uh-oh. Is Ryan Reynolds trying to say something?
All right, I had a question. I guess this flew over me. Who was the guy? What was the guy's face with the mask at the end?
The mask.
Who was that? When he took off the mask and then there was another mask.
Oh, that was Hugh Jackman.
Oh, okay.
That was Hugh Jackman, yeah.
All right. I didn't know.
Yeah, that was Hugh Jackman. Well, no, I could see why you wouldn't, because it was all crumpled up and it was really
wrinkly,
quick.
And I was like, who the fuck is that?
Yeah, no, that was Hugh Jackman.
Okay.
Huge Jackman. That's what I call him. But, yeah, no, he was kind of in the movie, I guess. That was his cameo, everybody. He had a cameo where I guess I felt like that was like an in-joke that they didn't tell us, where they probably asked him if he wanted to be in it. He was like, oh, I want this amount of money. And they were like, oh, shit, we don't got that. Never mind. We'll just put a cardboard cutout on Ryan Reynolds' head. Fuck it, never mind. It was just a cameo anyway. Yeah, no, besides all that, you stayed after the credits, right?
Yep, of course I did.
Did you like the end credit scene?
I thought it was funny.
Yeah,
I thought it was, maybe it could have been a little bit more.
I mean, it felt like a last minute thing.
Yeah.
And I appreciate the Ferris Bueller reference, but which that was a Ferris Bueller parody. Everybody, I'm sure. Did you know that?
Yes.
Okay, I just want to tell everybody because they might not know. That was a Ferris Bueller parody.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Now it's infinitely funnier. But
They're just like, oh yeah, Gable will be in the next one if there is a next one.
I like that actually. That's probably my favorite part about that end credit scene is or post credit scene, I guess. Where he's just like, yeah, Cable's in it, maybe,
Yeah,
and
we'll
then
see.
it cuts to whatever the hell, and then it cuts back. He's like, oh, are you expecting a teaser?
Yeah,
Nah.
yeah,
And then he makes a Nick Fury reference.
yeah. Sam Jackson.
Yeah, you
Yep,
think Sam Jackson's gonna come in here with a nice leather suit and an eye patch? Nah. The movie
yep.
ends. I'm like, all right. I was half expecting like something like that happening, too. Like he says nah, and then it cuts away, and then it cuts back or something. But no, it's over.
Yeah,
But I liked it. I was expecting maybe like a generic after credit scene where it like introduces the next villain or something like that. But I'm glad I got that instead. You know,
yep,
because I don't want to hear like every time I freaking go to these comic book movies,
yeah.
every time when there's an after credit scene, I'm like, I don't know who the fuck that is, and everybody's like, yeah, fuck yeah,
What?
yeah. Oh,
The
they're
Age of
jerking
Ultron
off.
one was pretty good.
Yeah, the Age of Ultron one?
Yeah, with Thanos, like,
No, that.
I
Oh yeah,
guess
yeah,
I'll
yeah.
have to do it.
Well, at that point, I knew who Thanos was because he was in Guardians of the Galaxy, and he was actually. Talking about Thanos, like when the Avengers ended and then fucking Thanos showed his face, I'm like, who the fuck is that? Everybody thought it was Hellboy for a second. I'm like, I knew it wasn't Hellboy because he's fucking.
Grape flavored.
Because yeah, I was about to say Hellboy's red and he's fucking purple, but like I'm just like, who the fuck is that? Everybody's like, yeah, they're jerking each other off and stuff. I'm like, I
Oh
don't
yeah.
know who the fuck this purple asshole is. I guess he's the next villain. I don't know why everybody's happy. And then he ended up not being the next villain. He's gonna be the next villain. But yeah, but anyway, I would love to see Deadpool in the next Avengers. That would be awesome, but
Yeah.
we aren't. I guess that was your main point. Like, you would have loved to see Deadpool fight Thanos. Could
I
have called
think a
him.
Deadpool and Spider-Man movie would be funny.
That'd be pretty funny. I don't know. Shit, maybe Sony will partner with Fox too.
Yeah.
Three-way partnership. But I highly doubt it.
A
But
Treeway.
a Treeway, yeah. Just like oh, I'm
What?
tired.
Yeah, well, we pretty much went over it. We didn't have any major issues at all.
No,
Great
I
movie.
mean, probably my only issue is that the movie was fucking garbage. But, I mean, besides that, it was
Oh.
great. No, I'm just kidding. No, my only issue would probably be that I knew... I mean, it wasn't... And not that I was expecting it to be like, like, ooh, what's going to happen next? Like, I wasn't expecting that, but I think they showed a little bit too much in the marketing. Which I thought the
Yeah.
marketing was, like, perfect. Except, I guess not, because it showed too much. It was
Yeah.
almost perfect. It was near perfect. I would have liked more of the marketing being Deadpool just sitting there talking to the screen, like a lot of them were.
I I understand why they showed more because they were like worried that if they didn't like sell you the character that or like they didn't like say, oh yeah, this is the character, and that
Yeah.
people wouldn't see him. But
Yeah.
it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, it's not that big of a deal because everything that's there is still impressive. I mean, like the whole like him flipping around and shooting three dudes with one bullet. Even though
Yeah.
that sequence itself is really awesome because he like counts down the bullets.
Oh yeah.
There's one motherfucker that pisses him off and he shoots him
Yeah.
and kills him and he's like, ah, fuck it, 1, 2, and he just wastes 2 more bullets.
Yeah.
I like they always. I like. All right, this is another thing I loved. It made me laugh so hard at the end where they have like the montage of him getting all the guns ready, and then he goes to the helicarrier. And he's like, ah, fucking forgot the guns. I laughed so hard. I was like, oh my, we just wasted all that time like getting all the guns ready, and he just fucking leaves it in the taxi cab or whatever, or he leaves it at the house. I was like, perfect. And then he calls like the taxi cab guy, and he doesn't answer. And he gets hit by a truck. Like scenes like that, just like it was perfect. Like I love how Deadpool's not, like I said, overly badass. He's an idiot most
Yeah.
of the time, but yeah, it's perfect. That's perfect. He's not Wolverine, where he is a perfect man and extremely handsome. But what? I didn't say anything.
He's very handsome.
He's a very handsome man. I mean, Ryan Reynolds is hot as fuck, but you know, I mean, Hugh Jackman is a beautiful man. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah, he agrees. So anyway, Deadpool is it's an okay movie.
It's a very good movie.
It's a great movie.
I give it a thumbs up.
I give it a thumbs up out of a B plus.
You give it a B plus?
I give it I don't score with letters.
Yeah,
So.
what'd you get out of 40?
I have a 40. I'd give it a 32.2.
What'd you actually give it?
No, out of a 40, really? You're not asking me because you think my review system's dumb?
No, what would you actually give it?
Out of a 40, I'd probably give it it's really close to not that I think a 40 like a 10 is a perfect score, even though I guess it technically it is. If I give something like a perfect score, it's not just because it might be perfect. It could also have flaws, but it's just a movie that I had no major problems with. And I could overlook the flaws because the movie was so either entertaining or extremely well done or whatever. This movie I wouldn't give a 10, but I'd give it a solid 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
Definitely. Maybe even a little higher. I don't know. I have to see it again. Just like Star Wars requires multiple viewings.
Absolutely. Because when I saw Star Wars first time, I liked it, but I had more mixed opinions. Saw it the second time, loved it.
Yeah.
So.
And I feel like Deadpool would be the same. Because now I already knew what to expect, but now I'm like, all right, this is how it's going to go down. Let me just sit here. Maybe notice some things I didn't notice the first time. I'm going to have some fun. And it's not too long, which is perfect.
Yeah.
Just like Star Wars, it doesn't overstay its welcome.
Yep. Well, Star Wars is actually pretty long. It's a little over 2 hours, I think.
But you could easily see Star Wars being I don't know, 2 hours and 40 minutes long. Because it's Star Wars and it's a big thing. But that was barely. It was 2 hours, and if you don't count the credits, it was 2 hours and 4 minutes. This was an hour and 40 minutes?
Yeah, it's yep.
And with the time they had, they shoved that origin story in there.
Yeah, I was worried that I was a little worried at first that the origin story was going to take up too much time, but I think it did. It gave enough character, and it made you care about the character enough.
Yeah, I actually looked at my phone a couple times just to see what time it was, because I was like, man, I feel like I've been in here for about an hour, and it was at that time where Ryan Reynolds was suiting up to be Deadpool for the first time in the flashback. I'm like, uh-oh. Well, we have 30, 40 minutes left, and he's just suiting up in the flashback, of course. So I'm just like, uh-oh. I want there to be enough time to do the rest of the story, and they did a great job. So I don't know why I was worrying. I don't know why I was looking at my phone either. Especially since I was very entertained. Yeah, that's the only complaints I really have is, again, I saw too much in the marketing, and I guess that's really it.
The Wolverine cameo.
Well, that's not really even a negative. I can't fault them. Also, I really like all the jokes about how they didn't have a budget.
Yeah.
All that, when he knocks on the door for Xavier's School for the Gifted, and it's always Negasonic Teenage Warhead and Colossus that answers the door. He's just like, oh wow, are you the only two here? It's like we couldn't afford any other fucking X-Men. I laughed hard at that.
I love that joke.
That's such a good joke. Yeah, I want to see it again now.
I really do.
But I'm too tired. And
it's fantastic.
I don't think they have showings at 2 o'clock in the morning. But at least I don't think so. Let me look. Deadpool. It's a great film. I highly recommend it. If you like movies, there's a lot of movie in this, so you're gonna like it. That's all I gotta say. That should be on the poster. So, what's your final statement? Anything as clever as what I just said?
No, what you just said was fucking stupid. But this is the best movie I have seen this week.
Oh, okay. I think mine was fucking.
Okay,
good.
fine. Best movie I've seen this year. That's true.
I mean, yeah, that's true. I mean, you don't have.
Hail Caesar was pretty damn good.
Yeah, Hail Caesar was pretty good, but there's no part where where Josh Brolin gets shot in his asshole. So, who cares? Fuck that movie.
Right.
You know, Hail Caesar. A little tangent before we stop. Hail Caesar was good. Was really good. I was a little disappointed, but anyway.
What?
Well, we'll talk about it after recording because I'm sure no one gives a shit. But anyway, there you go. That was Deadpool. Actually, what would you give it? Did you give it a score?
Real score? I'd probably give it a 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. I'd give it 9 also. So solid 9s. I know that's disappointing to some people. I'm sure some
You're
people were probably
fucking
expecting
crazy.
10s. Some people were probably expecting like 10s. Like, oh, it's only a
10
9.
is Mad Max.
Yeah. Even though I've heard a lot of comparisons between this and Mad Max, just by how
What?
no. Let me
All
finish.
right.
Just by how simple it is and how insane the subject matter is, I guess you could say, or the story. And also that it was a movie that came out of, like, some people weren't excited for Mad Max. I'm sorry to say.
Crazy.
I know, it's insane. And some people weren't really, I mean, they were looking forward to it, obviously, but they were, like, moderately excited. They were worried. So I heard comparisons like, this is like Mad Max, where it's just so freaking good, and all the action's great, and it's very, very entertaining, and, you're at the edge of your seat, even though I wasn't at the edge of my seat for this one. It wasn't like, oh, what's going to happen? Like in Mad Max, I was like, oh. I mean, I know Mad Max going to live, but what's going to happen to everybody else? This one, I was just like, yeah. I mean, I know who's going to die and who's not. But, yeah, no. Deadpool's great. 9 out of 10.
Great movie.
Great movie. Great movie. Go see
Go
this,
see it.
and then go see Dirty Grandpa.
And then Two-Lander.
Yeah, Two-Lander, and then go see How to
Boy.
Be a Sad Person. What is it called? How to Be...
How to Be 50 Shades of Black.
Yeah, 50 Shades of Black. That's what I was going to say. No, what's that movie with the fat British girl?
Oh,
Fat
The
Philly.
Boss.
Oh, The Boss. That's it. Go see The Boss, and then go see Ghostbusters.
Yep.
They both have that fat lady. So anyway, there you go. Say goodbye.
Bye-bye.
All right. Get fucked.